know what time it is. Your boy Menace, InternetSmarks. We back in the building, bringing you last night's Raw recap. It was a mediocre show. It was a weird show. First things first, I want to say, when they did the brand split, they swore this was not going to be about authority figures anymore. When everything is being based around authority figures still. The show started off with the big issue of did Stephanie know or not, and Mick and her arguing back and forth about trust and all this other stuff. Who cares? If there was anybody I wanted to see last night, it would have been Triple H, not them two going at it. But anyways, let's get into Raw. Let's talk about it. They started off the show, like I said, with Steph and Mick having a little segment about whether or not they can trust each other, blah, blah, blah. It turns into the celebration for Kevin Owens in the ring. KO, goat heel. The fans were shouting for him. You can only do so much. He's not going to slide. He's not going to change his ways. He's not going to become a face now. KO is KO. And he still deserves it, regardless of what anybody thinks. But yeah. So they start off the celebration about Kevin Owens, whatever. Seth ends up interrupting it, pretty much throwing a fit, which I see this as the start of the babyface Seth now. You're going to start transitioning over to that, which I thought it was going to be a while before we saw it, but I guess here we are, and it's turning into that. But Seth is a great talker, so, you know, he did his thing in that segment. He kind of made it pop out more than anything. Then, of course, it was great until the end of it, where Mick ends up getting involved again. Like, I would have rather them just go at it and then make a match out of it if that's what's going to happen anyway. But, no, it was Stephanie tried to say she was going to suspend him, and then Mick cut her off and said, no, I'm going to make the matches, and we're going to make a match for them to fight for the belt, and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, pointless things where it's the authority figures are the ones that are the focus, which I don't get. And it's making me feel really bad for Sami Zayn, what they're doing with him, too. But in this segment, they led off into two matches. It was going to be Kevin Owens against Sami Zayn, and it was Y2J against Seth, which was a good match also. All a shout out to the fact they still got KO and Y2J working together, because that is hilarious. They put on great shows when they talk. Best friends for life. They followed that up with the Charlotte and Bayley match. Only thing I gotta say about this match, Dana needs to get sent back to NXT. She is not doing anything right now. She botches everything, even when it's not her match. Anyway, Charlotte ends up losing to Bayley because of Dana being out there. Dana sucks. I don't get it. I don't get how she got pushed up there over everyone else. She's not doing a good job at anything. Not good matches, not good talking, and not good being a sidekick. She's good at none of that. Whatever. Charlotte ended up losing the match though. Bayley got the pin. Bayley to belly. But at the end of the day, I just want to see Dana get sent back. I'm tired of seeing her on the main roster, and she's doing a bunch of nothing. They followed that up with they're repackaging Bo Dallas, I guess. Bo leaving Bo. And he came out very aggressive and vicious in this match. They had him against some jobber. He ends up winning the match. All aggression, whatever. They had the Y2J and Rollins match. That was a pretty good match. A nice back and forth. It ended off with Rollins winning with the pedigree. Double symbol, you know, taking the move and a sign of Triple H, you know, I'm coming for you. But all in all, it was a pretty good match. Like I said, you can tell by the way I'm acting, nothing was too exciting because I'm trying to make excitement out of this stuff and I can't. Followed up by the best of 7 series, Cesaro and Sheamus is now 0-3. Cesaro has lost. So he has to literally win 4 matches in a row, meaning that we would have to see all of the 7 matches in order for him to win, which I didn't want to see in the beginning. I don't know. Either he's going to make a major comeback or they're really trying to bury him and this is the way they're going to do it. Either way, this is not the way I wanted to see Cesaro get his push. They followed this one up with Enzo and Cass against the Shining Stars. Shining Stars sucked to me, but I like what they did here. Shining Stars ended up winning the match miraculously, but this is a good way to keep Enzo and Cass busy, take out some kind of talent so that we could prove that they deserve to be in the title picture. Because the way that title picture is looking right now is ridiculous. Nia Jax, another squash match. But the person she faced ended up being a friend of crazy old Foxy, and Foxy took offense to this and ended up doing a mini attack on Nia in the back, which I feel like they kind of messed up because she threw something and ended up hitting Nia in the face, and then she made this whole, like, she didn't think that, she kind of messed up. But they still followed through with it, and I like to see Nia and Foxy. That's a good way to get her started up to have actual opponents instead of all these jobbers they had for the past 4 or 5 weeks. They followed that up with this long segment of the club and the New Day. I don't even want to talk about it. Whatever, I don't care. It's a waste of my time. Like, what are they even doing? They're making the club look like shit here. Can we just go back to the club being destroyer guys and just beating people down and keeping it moving? No? You just gotta do stupid shit like this? I'm done. Another thing I'm done with, Darren Young. Let's make Darren great again. Darren Young fights Jinder Mahal. Darren ends up winning. Of course, Titus is around. Whatever. Like, this shit's ridiculous. These are the parts that I don't understand. Braun Strowman against Sin Cara. He gets his first actual opponent and he wins by countout. Stupid. Then they had the final match of the night, I guess. Sammy and KO. KO won. Good match. I hate the storyline of Sammy's ankle being hurt all the time. Like, we see how much he does during the match, how he's going to make it at the end. He just gets hurt and falls. Like, come on. If his ankle was that messed up, he wouldn't be fighting the entire match. But nope. This is WWE creative. I don't get it. Roman came out at the end, blah, blah, blah. They end up making another stipulation. If Roman ends up winning a match, now he can be added into the triple threat match. Well, it will be turned into a triple threat match at the pay-per-view. And it will be KO, Roman, and Seth. Oh, the one thing I did miss was Sasha. Sasha Banks with the well-played card. They had a tweet out all day saying she had bad news. They kept repeating it, saying, there's got to be something bad's going to be going on. She came and let it be known she's coming back for that belt. She tricked all of us, so that was well played. Because she even came out tearing. I thought she was going to cry. I thought it was over. She was retired. She got me. But again, another moment when Dana was there pointless. I don't get it. But yeah, that's the majority of everything that happened last night. It was a whole bunch of blah. Long segments. If you're going to be wasting time doing this stuff raw, please go back to 2 hours because you're really making me not want to watch. I almost fell asleep. I almost turned it off a couple times just because I didn't feel like waiting. If you didn't have the GOAT KO at the end, I would have not even waited for the end. I would have just waited till today and find out how it finished. But come on, work with us, guys. Guys been doing good. We could do a lot better. It's not hard. You have all the talent there. If you need writers, holla at the InternetSmarks. We know how to make things work. We told y'all. But yeah, follow us on Twitter, man, at InternetSmarks1. Hit us up on Facebook. Whatever. We around. We will be back with the SmackDown Live recap, NXT, CWC, and any news that pops out during the week. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Salute.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at InternetSmarks1 for all news, rumors, and updates for everything WWE, as well as live tweets for all WWE programming.